and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey! So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
If I'm not human, what am I?
Did you even think about it? Was it blue skies from Earth? Did you see the green world from your
This ship collected specimens, 5 new life forms from distant planets. Monsters.
We don't lock them down, it will be too late.
All the Avengers are dead. And they're coming for us.
All right, we got a world to save.
Namor.
Shit. Whoa. That's how you do that then.
Wow.
Okay, round 2.
Mr. Bublé, you can only give blood once, or you'll start to feel weak.
Here to donate blood. I am here to donate the blood.
We have $602 in the bank, Larry.
All we need is one of my inventions to hit big.
A spoon with a fan attached.
Yeah.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Morning. So, are we gonna get to go somewhere fun for spring break?
How are we gonna pay for it?
I want to do something special for Mira.
You do realize we're living at my friend's house.
I gotta warn you, I fart in my sleep.
Larry, please, just don't break our daughter's heart.
I won't.
Mira, tell us your plans for spring break. Me and my family are going canoeing, Butterfly Wonderland, and we're also going to Arizona. You don't have the money to go canoeing.
Listen up, poop faces. Mira's going to all those places.
Spring break!
So what do you have planned, Dad?
We're going to the gas station. Woo! Ready to have some fun? Let's get this going.
Are we going to a water park?
Kind of.
What movie are you watching?
We're kind of watching other people watch movies. What are we doing?
We'll still have fun. Excuse me. How did I get in here?
You hit our car with your face.
These are all the places Mira wanted to go on spring break.
Maybe you can join us.
Champagne, madam?
Let me open it.
Go for it. Go! Spring break! Little help?
I'm not touching you.
I got this.
I love it.
Hey, baby! Yeah!
The best spring break for life.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Well, Bill. Like, I guess Bill's breaking point was daddy-daughter trip, and I can see that. I can see.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that movie did fucking stinks.
Yes. We'll get into it. I actually, like, while I was waiting, I grabbed some Rob Schneider fucking clips from actually like pretty much the past week that we can go over when we're discussing that. But yes, we got daddy-daughter trip, we got Marvel Zombies, and we got Alien Earth. The last 4 episodes, although really kind of more the first season in summary. So you know, we got some topics to cover. How you doing, Bobby?
Yes, I'm doing okay. Doing all right.
All right. Are you on your phone?
No, I am tethered through mobile Wi-Fi.
so I'm actually through the microphone.
Clever. Okay.
Yeah, that was my last ditch effort after the outage in my area, which is, the joys of live streaming.
Yes.
I'm doing it in a fully set up stage that I'm not even using. So
yes, that's live streaming is so much just how well you can adapt to all the crap that will happen while you're trying to do it. But yes,
nothing like an internet outage literally 20 minutes before broadcast.
It's fine, man. But we didn't really go over what to start with. What do we want to start with?
Let's go over Alien Earth first.
Alien Earth? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to lead or shall I lead?
You can lead.
Okay, so Alien Earth. I was really a huge fan of the first 4 episodes, and from a lot of standpoints, that these next 4 are pretty much just as good as far as execution and look and style. Well, let me share this. I'm looking at it, but I'm not sharing it. Visually, this looks just like it's from the Alien universe. I think we have a lot of interesting characters. Obviously, we have Wendy, who's our main character, Joe, her brother, Kirsch, the synth who works with Prodigy. You have Morrow,
called that one.
the Yutani cyborg. I mean, we've also introduced the idea of there's not just synths, but there's also synths, cyborgs, and hybrids. Wendy's a hybrid, Morrow's a cyborg, and Kirsch is a synth. There's lots of interesting ideas introduced here. Before I get into heavy spoilers, I will say when we got to the end, I was kind of disappointed where I ended up, but we'll get more to specifics later. What were you thinking, Bobby?
What, with how it ended?
Yeah. Or just your general thoughts overall.
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I would say that they spent a lot of time world building here in the first half of the episodes we watched. And I enjoyed that. I did. But I'll say it sometimes this happens for me when I'm watching like stuff in the Alien canon that I'll start rooting for the fucking xenomorphs.
Yeah, and, I mean, well, that's a thing we can discuss that here. So, the xenomorphs are definitely not the main bad guys here.
No, go back to on the cyborg.
Yeah, Morrow.
Dude, that whole set design of that room is so cool.
Well, I mean, it's not just this, although like episode 5 was kind of just like Morrow's story on the ship, and we saw how the ship pretty much ended up crashing into the city at the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
The whole set design for that looked great. It looked like it was just straight pulled from the original Alien movie. And I mentioned this in the last 4 episodes, but this, it's all part of the same thing. All the sets here look like they're stylized from the original Alien movie, kind of a 70s more old style aesthetic, which, I mean, as we've seen in our own culture right now, like going back to previous like decade styles fit. So like it kind of fits, they're just saying, hey, we went back to more of a 70s style in 100 years or something like that. And I could see that. But yeah, I think these are interesting characters. I think overall, I was just wishing they would explore more and wishing they would conclude a lot more. Because I guess, spoiler alert, like I will say they switch up the status quo at the end of this season, but there's not really much in the way of resolutions. In fact, I'm trying to think, were there any resolutions really?
No real payoff that we got to see. Like, okay, when all the androids and the cyborgs and the synthetics flip the script on all the baddies in this, and like they had the rich little boy, that he wakes up, he comes to, and they're all caged, and he's still open, and they just go,
boy Cavalier,
and he's just like, I would run if I were you. At that point, I'm watching it at home, and I'm just going, Xenomorph, Xenomorph. See,
So I mean,
no
you
more.
know, I already said spoiler warning. There's that
Yeah.
scene at the end of the last episode where he's walking into that hallway and he's asking for he's saying $1 million to first security guard who can find me because my guard's gone, essentially. And then you see
just
him
hear
walking through this hallway and there's a xenomorph overhead, and I'm
And
like,
you hear the
oh,
cooing.
oh,
And you hear
like,
the cooing, and it's like,
I'm
oh,
so excited to see him just get
Oh.
torn apart. And yeah, spoiler alert, no.
no, you don't. You don't. But you do get to see him imprisoned, and they
Yeah.
pretty much leave the cages open. So, I mean, whatever will happen will happen. However,
But yeah, while I was bringing up, we do get a Kirsch Morrow fight, which they were building up those two
They
guys,
were.
you know, pissing on each other throughout the whole series.
and that was pretty
pretty cool, yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The redheaded synthetic or android, that was man, I love
Hybrid, but
the
yeah,
hybrid.
she's-
Yes. Well, the hybrid, yeah. I loved the flip to script with her character. That was
oh yeah,
that was beautiful.
oh yeah. The like, she was so unsure of herself, and then
Yeah, kind
and
of
then
almost
she
to the
just
point
starts
where it was
crushing
getting
jaws and shit, and it's like,
yeah,
holy
it was
shit.
it was kind of getting to the point where it was a little obnoxious, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we get it, I get it with this character, and then just Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Like I'm
new
trying to
favorite
remember what's-
character.
Yeah, like, there's this security guard who does something to her, and it just causes her to just reach out and rip off his jaw, and it's like, holy shit, fuck. And after that, it's like almost like she has a joy for killing it. It's like, okay, she's a bit terrifying now.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I loved that.
Yeah, so like overall with like execution, I like the characters, I like kind of what they're doing with the story. I just kind of wish there was a bit more. Yeah.
Kind of wish we got more into how Wendy developed communication skills with the xenomorphs.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like she's kind of learned how to communicate with the xenomorphs through like
Yeah.
the clicking thing, but she can also communicate. She can pretty much seems to be able to control all technology, and she seems to be the only one that can do that. Not really sure what made her unique to be able to do that, and I won't mind that getting explored. Maybe they're related. Maybe somehow her ability to communicate with technology also allows her to communicate with the aliens. But
maybe it's somewhat having to do with I don't know, the transfer over originally. I don't know.
yeah, like I said, I was going into this, and I was really like, I was enjoying how they set it up. I was like enjoying the atmosphere and all that's fucking great. And I was just expecting a bit more in the way of resolution. Instead, you know, like I said, there's a script flip. Essentially, at the end of this season, spoilers. I already said spoilers. And of this season, like all the bad guys are captured. You know, Kirsch, Morrow, Boy Cavalier, his one synth bodyguard. Pretty much all the bad guys are just tied up in a cage. And notice I didn't say the xenomorph, because the xenomorph is pretty much appears to be the one guarding the cage under command of Wendy. Because like I said, the xenomorphs aren't even really the villain in this, which, like, I mean, you could always argue in all the Alien movies, the xenomorph wasn't really the villain. The villain was always the corporation.
Yeah, it's always Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah, yeah.
But in this one, it's like there's other corporate entities and organizations within this world.
But they're all the bad guy here. We have yet to encounter corporations that's like a good guy here. They're all just out for their own buck, essentially. So, you know, the anti-corporate world, very much still a topic in Alien, which I do appreciate is still very relevant here. So yeah, I overall enjoy this. I love like episode 5 where we're getting the flashback to Morrow and his crew, and we see exactly what happened to them, where we only got hints of that before. And then like, oh yeah, I did want to talk about Isaac, because Isaac was one of my favorite hybrids. Trying to keep my terms straight. He was one of my favorites. And then like he goes to feed the alien creatures they have captured, and oh my god, like did he take stupid pills before he did that? Like I was stunned at some of the stupid stuff he was doing. like, you know, and I do understand he was being tricked, but like, essentially, like like he can't feed one of the aliens. You know, there's this very secure way to feed them where, you know, it's almost like a airlock where, you know, you can only open it on one end at a time. But that's broken. So what he decides to do is open the door, which immediately, that's a terrible idea in my opinion. Look for a way to fix the airlock. Don't worry about it, in my opinion, but like fix the airlock thing. Anyways, he opens the door, and my thought was, okay, he'll just crack the door open and put the tray down in front of it. Okay. I can see maybe doing that. Not a great idea, but maybe. But no, instead he steps all the way in using his foot to like pry the door open. And then like the eyeball sheep thing startles him, and then the door closes on him when he falls. And it's like, well, why are you even stepping in there? Like, just don't do that. What are you doing? But yeah, so then that was like the fly alien. Yeah. The fly alien got like fucking shit all over his face and tore him apart. So, and spoiler, he's pretty much like the only major death in this series. I'm trying to think. I think all the other major characters are still around. Even the bodyguard dude, who I felt fairly confident once it was established who he was, he would die at the end of episode 8. But no, he's just captured. So yeah, I do like the Kirsch Morrow fight, and I kind of like how like Morrow assumes Kirsch is pretty much down for the count after he breaks his back, because I mean he's a cyborg, so breaking his back would probably mean a lot more than it actually did to Kirsch, who was fucked up, but like his top half was still more than capable of tripping him up and knocking him out as soon as he wasn't looking, which makes sense, you know. It's, you know, kind of seeing the difference between cyborgs and synths in that respect. But yeah, overall good. I just wish for more resolution. How about you, Bobby?
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I wish there was more resolution. Maybe we'll get more in the season 2.
And we'll see. I don't know if like there's a multi-year plan for this or if they're just kind of winging it. I mean, both have potentials to be good, but like, I mean, I think there's a much bigger threat when they're winging it, but like sometimes you can stumble into really great stories when you're winging it too. So
yeah. Sometimes you get triples.
Yeah. We'll just have to see how it works out. But yeah, I will say I overall enjoyed this, but I would warn people to temper their expectations of the ending. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Bobby, or shall we move?
Wow's been bringing up the little squid eye alien, and I
we can talk about squid eye.
I want more about that. Like,
yeah, I was
the different species now that we're introduced into the lore. I'm here for that.
The squid eye, I think, is by far the most interesting because I mean, it was even late in the final episode where this came up, where he literally asked it the next 3 digits of pi, and it answers, and it's like, holy shit, it's actually intelligent, like really intelligent, like more than just tricking a dude.
That's just more shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, no, it kind of has the like, it even had an attitude without shit for the 9. It's like, damn, okay.
But we also see it crawl into a dead body, which
yeah, we saw it crawl into Arthur. By the way, god damn, Arthur got fucked up these episodes.
Yeah, he died.
That's the other major character death. I wasn't thinking about him, but yeah, I would say he's probably less important than Isaac, but he was noteworthy, and I guess he was in more episodes than Isaac, so maybe more important. But yeah, I did.
You knew he wasn't long when that face hugger fell off. You know he wasn't. It wasn't long.
No, we knew he wasn't. But like, you know, Smee, like, you know, the whole story about Slightly having his parents abducted by Morrow and having to take an alien out, so he had to impregnate somebody. And Smee stumbling onto it and him saying, well, you know, he'll be fine, you know, and he doesn't, you know, what we know as the audience is that he doesn't know that. He's probably hoping everything will be fine, but he has no idea and probably suspects things won't be fine. And they do some cool stuff with that because after the alien let goes, and they just stumble into them, and everything seems fine. But of course, we as the audience, we know alien movies, we know things aren't fine, but they don't know that. They actually have some good exchanges, and then when the alien finally pops out of him, because that's what the aliens do. I did think it was interesting how Slightly's freaking out because the alien got away, whereas Smee is just traumatized because it's like, dude, you said he'd be okay. Literally, the only reason I was helping you because you said he'd be okay, and I wanted to help you with your family. He is not fucking okay. Like, Smee doesn't give a fuck about the alien that ran off. He's like, the fuck happened to Arthur? Of course, I think before, like in the last set, we were guessing it won't be the brother that got the alien. We were guessing the mother or father. And I was leaning towards the mother because they spent more time building her up. But for Arthur's final episode, they did build him up quite a bit. So, yeah. So that's what they did with that one. Kind of a stealth build up, then boom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Kirsch said synthetics were learning the act of lying. Well, also that was a big thing too, because Arthur was talking to them about how he could tell they were lying. How because once the alien got off him, they're like, oh, come. They were like, oh, come with us. Your wife's down at the dock. We're taking you down to the dock. And he's like, yeah, you guys aren't good liars. I recognize you're lying. Yeah, let's go back and figure out what's going on. And Smee obviously was like, yeah, you're right. Let's go back. And Slightly was like, no, we need to go because it's Slightly's family that he's concerned about. It's an interesting story, and it's fucking learning some rough lessons with that. But yeah, I think there's lots of interesting stuff to explore. Oh yeah, and we even got distracted from the eyeball thing, because the eyeball thing, I really wanted that eyeball thing to get into a human so we could actually get conversation from it, but they just literally tease that for next season because it does go into Arthur's body, and I didn't even know a dead body was optional. So it's like, oh, well, okay, he's already dead.
Interesting. Let's see what they do.
Yeah. But, yeah. And I mean, there was little stuff like when the Boy Cavalier was like, let's find somebody stupid for this guy, for the eyeball thing to inhabit, like a janitor or something. And I'm like, why are you just fucking assuming janitors are stupid? Like, the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
No, in that scene, I remember I was just kind of looking at him thinking, I think I found the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
I think I found the perfect candidate right now.
Yeah. God, yeah. That would be too easy.
And then I would be on the phone with that Wayland Yutani lady.
Yeah. Dude, if he got Boy Cavalier, I would just be like, I'd be like, man, that's just an upgrade. But yeah, I guess we have to wait longer to see Boy Cavalier get his comeuppance, and Morrow needs some comeuppance as well. But Boy Cavalier, God, I just have a special place of hatred in my heart for him. Just as much as sus as so many characters are in this series, like he is just, I hate him.
I think the perfect punishment. Now, I think what the perfect punishment for him would be David to do experiments on.
Yeah, we need to find David again and have him encounter Boy Cavalier. I haven't seen Michael Fassbender. I'm sure he could jump in for an episode.
Actually, speaking of, I was watching more expanded lore, and I guess something was written or originally was planned for them to actually show the death of Shaw. And it wasn't as like dying in the crash or anything. I guess they were to get to the engineer's home planet, and she's looking over going, "This is amazing. We found it." David standing beside her goes, "Yes. Yes, it is." And then just snaps her neck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like, I'm kind of happy we didn't see that, but still, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Man, it's brutal to fucking Shaw. Holy shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, I guess, yeah, when season 2 comes out, we'll have to go over Prometheus and Alien Covenant because we haven't talked about those on the podcast yet. But
no, we've talked about them because we both have seen them.
But yeah, we haven't. They haven't been topics though.
Yes, we've referenced them.
We'll get into them. But yeah, this is solid in my opinion.
This was very good entry.
This. Yeah.
Deep hurting or awesome?
I was about ready to say, do we want to get into brain rot or brain eating?
Let's save some brain eating for the end and get into the brain rot. So now a fun-loving Rob Schneider movie with socialist underlining views.
Kinda, yeah. Like it's definitely not favorable to the wealthy, but like, listen. Here's. I'll say this about this movie up front. This is really, really, really bad. But I don't have as much animosity towards this as
The
Big
Chosen
Stan
One?
or Chosen One. Yeah. Because those movies just have like this entitledness to them that's just fucking stupid.
Big Stan definitely had it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't much there. I remember I was talking with a coworker about The Chosen One, and all I did was describe the plot. And he was just, like, oh my God, that is. And I go, oh, it didn't take long for Rob Schneider to be Rob Schneider. And that's like, well, how do you mean? And I was like, oh, well, he found out all of them came to this country illegally. He's like, oh, well, so this is Los Angeles. Everyone comes here legally that way. And he just rolled his eyes like, and how long was it? Not even 30 minutes into the movie. And he's just, oh. And I go, oh, yeah, it's bad. And this one was also just.
Oh, yeah. Well, of these 4 movies we've covered, I cannot stress enough. Surf Ninjas is like miles away the best one. Like,
this
not
is the
even
best. And he
close.
had very little to do on behind the scenes of this one.
Yeah.
This was entirely his baby.
Yeah, this one was this one. The reason I don't have as much animosity towards this as I do Big Stan or fucking Chosen One is like there is a vibe to this. Yeah, they're just not that many pictures. There is a vibe to this of them just having fun behind the scenes and just wanting to make a well-meaning movie. And that does come through to a degree. It's not good. I cannot stress enough. Like, this is me saying it's better than those other 2 movies is not an endorsement whatsoever. I mean, I didn't even endorse Surf Ninjas, even though that is far superior to this one. At least you get Leslie Nielsen having fun as the villain in that one. God damn, yeah. John Cleese. I keep on forgetting John Cleese is in this. Fucking small role. But yeah, this is the story of Larry
paycheck.
Yeah, this is the story of Larry Buble. Like Michael Bublé. And don't worry, they're gonna make that joke about 1,000 fucking times. And it's never once funny.
It's not funny, not even the first time.
No.
Or even at the end when they hammer it home.
Yeah, where they actually get the Michael Bublé cameo. I'm like, I don't care. I don't. But yeah, this is about a dude who's really broke. And he wants to have a fun summer or spring break with his daughter and take her to all these exciting sites, but he has no money. And his wife, who's actually played by Adam Sandler's wife, she that part of the time with this, I was really kind of confused. I was like, wait, they seem like they're still together, but then there's moments where I'm like, wait, are they divorced? And no. But apparently they're so poor that they're staying that at her friend's house. And the friend doesn't like her. And for some reason, she has to lay in bed with Rob Schneider at some point, which is... There's a lot about this movie that doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
No.
Where is this coming from?
There's really not. Like, honestly, I must have spaced out him rubbing in that suntan lotion on his back. Because I remember watching it and then all of a sudden thinking, wait, why is that chair all fucking messy? Like,
oh yeah, no, that was bizarre too. Like he was asking like the reviewer couple, which I mean, I guess here's kind of a cast photo here, but like yeah, they sneak into this fancy resort posing as pizza people, and then they go to the pool and they encounter these 2. Yeah, you can see my mouse on screen. These 2 who are like reviewers. Couples, and they have not their son but their cousin because his parents are dead, so they're raising him, so essentially their son. But yeah, but they're traveling along and they
complicated backstory for no need.
Yeah, and then they accidentally run over Rob Schneider when he's trying to pick up her purse.
I'll admit, genuine laugh out of me for that part.
Yeah.
Just because he got hit by a car.
Yeah, I can get behind that. But and don't let me forget, I have a couple clips of Rob Schneider recently that we need to play during this as well. But
don't worry.
Mm-hmm. There'll be some stuff to make fun of. But they run over him, and then so he doesn't sue them, they take him on the vacation because their plan is to vacation to all the stuff she wants to do. And pretty much what was go to Arizona, visit Butterfly Wonderland, go canoeing, and I don't remember what else. And I remember like there was a point where they're like, hey, you know, the kids are making fun of her, his daughter, because she won't have the money to go canoeing. And in my mind, I was like, going canoeing is probably the cheapest thing on that list. That's not too pricey, you know. Going canoeing for an afternoon, that's not atrocious. But yeah, I mean, the part of the story is that he doesn't have a job. His wife is a cashier, which is apparently a very prestigious job. But he's not willing to work at the grocery store with her because they're only hiring baggers, and he's not willing to lower himself to be a bagger. And I'm just really confused by the whole fucking exchange. Yes, I do think people should be treated better at their jobs, but like, there's nothing wrong with being a bagger either. Like,
No,
it's
you
really
kidding me?
bizarre.
It's like the easiest job in the grocery store you could do.
Mm-hmm. No, and I mean, honestly, part of the issue with grocery stores, I don't think they have enough fucking baggers because they're depending on the cashier to do it all the time.
They're not even depending on cashiers; they're depending on computers to do it.
Well, actually, a lot of times they're also counting on the customers to do it themselves, which is really shitty. But
that's yeah. Like I think the last time I had to go to a store, or at least like the one time it made me kind of really angry about that. I was just like, yeah, where's my employee discount? No, I don't get one. Well, you're making me work. Like, what the heck? And well, I only said that to somebody because there was like maybe 3 of those open and like 6 of them standing up there.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I've worked in grocery stores back when like we didn't have conveyor belts, and I had to literally type every price in.
Oh, that gets fun. Yeah.
Let's just say for that little numbered keyboard, I am very fast at that.
Oh yeah. No, I've handled those before.
But just come on, baggers. Like, it's not that bad. At least he's not collecting carts. At least he's not cleaning trash.
Well, also, like, even collecting carts is fine. But also, it's like, if you need a paycheck, go get a paycheck, dude. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what else to say.
You have a kid. You should be making as much money as possible for that kid.
Yeah,
But,
and you hit hard times, but don't be like, well, I refuse to be a bagger at grocery stores. Weird, but whatever. Yeah, and there's the chair thing, obviously, where like he's asking the reviewers to put suntan lotion on his back, and they say no because they don't know him. Because of course, why would he even ask that? That's kind of weird. So he sprays it over the back of the chair and just rubs it in, which is just kind of weird.
Aren't you trying to sneak in here, dude? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of jokes in here. I think the movie thinks it's hilarious, but they just fucking aren't. So like, yeah, so they run over him with the car and then they take him on the vacation. And then like the ongoing joke throughout the whole vacation is that they are constantly maiming him throughout the whole thing. And like, you know, it's apparently so funny. I think they do it like 4 times. It's like, isn't the second time where
the thumb was probably the funniest one.
The thumb was wild too. I was just like, how fucking sharp is that steak knife?
That's why I laughed, because it's like so out of place. Like,
yeah,
what?
like she's wielding okay. So first of all, I was really confused. So she's wielding a steak knife to open a champagne bottle, and I'm like, the fuck are you doing with a steak knife opening that thing? Are you prying out the cork with
No,
that?
no,
Like,
you slice it upward towards the cork, and you're slicing enough of it off that the champagne itself would cause the cork to pop off.
Oh,
it's
okay.
rich people shit. It's rich white people shit, man.
You see, I just used one of the corkscrews.
I don't drink, so.
But anyways, but yeah, so she holds the knife way back and swings wildly and cuts off his thumb, like effortlessly too. Just a clean cut right across his thumb, and I'm like your steak knife just cut through flesh and bone like it was fucking butter. Like, I don't know who's sharpening her steak knives, but they deserve a raise. Like, holy shit!
I want to eat there, man.
That's insane. Like, dude, you could probably get the toughest steak in the world. That knife would just glide right through it. Apparently, yeah. Fun fact: knives don't actually get that sharp. Just saying. But yeah, that was kind of wild. And then what else? Like, I remember like they hit him with like a vase or something like that at some point.
She smacks him with the microphone doing karaoke.
That's right. Yeah, he ends up with a welt on his head, and he has to get his thumb sewn on.
Which
apparently,
is
movie
like,
thinks all this is hilarious, and I'm just like, okay, so we're just doing this for the rest of it while they do the fun summer vacation. Yeah,
and it's like
that's the whole movie.
Tell the moments when they really wanted it to be like super heartfelt and family oriented plots, but they just felt so ham-fisted. Just not even genuine at all.
Yeah, no, none of
like I watched Homeward Bound as a palate cleanser.
Ooh. Well,
I just needed some, deep trauma from my childhood to cleanse my palate of this.
Well, I mean,
horrible piece of garbage.
That's the thing. Like I said, like compared to Big Stan and Chosen One, like this at least, like there's a vibe of a heart going on here. Like, they're here to have fun. They're obviously working with a lot of family and friends, so they're just here to have fun. I almost want to say it's almost like one of the one of Kevin Smith's movies, like Yoga Hosers, except much, much worse. Because even though I'm not a fan of Yoga Hosers at all,
don't you dare besmirch Kevin Smith.
Well, I mean, Yoga Hosers is not a good movie, but like there's a vibe of everybody having fun. That and that's something I do appreciate.
Yeah, and I felt that way about Tusk until Johnny Depp showed up.
Oh God, Johnny Depp sinks that whole fucking movie. I swear to God.
Yeah. If we could cut out his part and then just reading it on Wikipedia, yes, absolutely. Because I didn't care for them bringing back him reprising his role in Yoga Hosers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yoga Hosers is like, oh yeah, that character. Let's expand.
But it's
I'm like,
just
no,
mostly just because both of their kids are in it, I think, and they wanted to do a movie with their kids, which I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
This is obviously the same thing, but I can't appreciate this because I feel bad for the girl at so many times, and it's like, I wonder, is this really her idea or was this Rob's idea?
I don't know, but it's bad. I mean, John Cleese is in this, and apparently, I was looking up, so was his daughter. It was in this as well. She had a small role, so it's like, oh well, that's almost certainly why he's in this.
They probably go to the same school, and he's like, John, hey, John, hey, you're gonna be want to be in my movie?
And the wild thing is, like, you can kind of see it here in the trailer. Like, Rob Schneider is clearly dyeing his hair black because I think he wants to be like, I think he's trying to shoot for looking like he's in his mid 30s, maybe early 40s, and he's 59 when he did this. And it's like, it looks like while watching this, I sent you the thing where it's like it's it's pretty much this picture right here.
Yeah,
and it's next to fucking Steve Buscemi going, hey, fellow young people, and I'm like, same fucking.
And I begged for this to be in the thumbnail just because of that.
Yeah, I was like, I could probably pull that off. Yeah,
because that is just
even the same energy, except one knows what it's doing and the other doesn't.
Even the hairline is pitiful.
Yes, and it's like you it's one of those things where it's like his hair obviously looks dyed, and it does frustrate me lots of times when that happens, because it's like, men can get away with gray hair. They really can. You don't have to be doing this. It just looks fake. And
so, speaking of fake, let's see some of those Schneider clips.
Oh yeah, we got some.
Close out chapter 1 of the Schneiderverse, and
you know what? Yeah, maybe I should see if I can dip more clips. So here's actually the first clip I dug up that I was looking for, where he says something at TP USA that I'm actually.
Wait, Toilet Paper USA?
Yeah, that I actually semi agree with. It kind of shocked me.
Oh, I think I know the clip. Yeah.
If we want to continue to have fruits and vegetables in this country, we better find a way to give Mexican workers some avenue to legally do that work, because you and I ain't going to do it. Boo that you want, but if you want fruit and vegetables, you better figure it out.
Yeah, that was pretty much the clip, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, hey.
Because I saw this clip, and I think it's this one that he followed it up with, and he said that that's the beauty of this country. You can disagree all you want. I can have my opinion, and you can have yours. And I'm just kind of like, that's the point. That's the point I always try and make with people, and then get called everything under the sun for it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like, okay, Rob, I'm with you. But here's another clip that came out not that long ago. Here's him talk about Jimmy Kimmel.
So what you have here is you have capitalist pressure. Capitalist pressure is really important because what happens is you have to make money or you have to do something of value so that you can get something in return. Now, the interesting thing is it's false advertising because honestly, I mean, look, Jimmy Kimmel can be funny, and I don't mean to take anything away from that. But the fact of the matter, can you remember a political joke that...
So one of his points is going to be that Jimmy Kimmel doesn't go viral for his political jokes. And, I probably shouldn't let him finish, but we'll let him finish in a second. I just want to say completely fucking irrelevant, but yeah.
Went viral, what was something really funny of his. There was no attempt in humor at all in what he said. And as a matter of fact, it was a lie. Now, as you pointed to, Will, since the 1960s...
Yeah.
The statement he made was based off of the known information at the time of which he said it.
Yeah. So if you want to look at his actual quote, I brought it up multiple times on stream, so I pretty much have it in my head. The quote they're all upset about is that the MAGA crowd is really desperate to prove that Charlie Kirk's shooter isn't one of them, which is technically 100% true. There's nothing incorrect about that. They're obviously trying to prove it's not a MAGA person.
Well, they're also trying to probably do that with the Michigan shooter too. However, it's the nicest way I could say this. It's not Democrats who have the flags hanging from the back of their pickup trucks.
True. But yeah, we can get a bit further into this because
60s, you have to get a license to broadcast. This isn't Netflix. This isn't cable. This is broadcast TV. And when you have broadcast TV, you have to the airwaves are owned by the public. And to get that license, you have to be in the interest, like you said, of the public. And so that's why when there's a news van parked in the white zone, they don't get a ticket because they are there to present news to inform the public in the public interest. So what happens is 25% originally was supposed to be the news to inform it, just to get that license. So when you absolutely lie to the public, then you are no longer in the public interest.
So again, we already went over it, but what he said was absolutely not a lie. Jimmy Kimmel never said a leftist didn't shoot Charlie Kirk.
No, he never did.
No. What he said was MAGA is desperate to prove that MAGA didn't shoot Charlie Kirk, which is true. The fact that they're freaking out so much over what he said proves that line is correct. I cannot stress that enough.
Jimmy Kimmel did the other night. Right. Mislead and lie, and actually was something dangerous. So with the FCC chairman,
I do love he's talking about misleading and lying while he's talking on
Fox
News,
that's what I'm snickering about too.
Jesus Christ!
Because he said that, and I just happened to look at the bottom corner and went,
Yeah. It's like,
that's pretty fucking ironic. But anyway,
he didn't say that he was going to pull the license. He was going to give them a warning and ask for an apology. If what I understood on the Benny Johnson show.
So apparently he did watch so Brendan Carr did go on Benny Johnson's podcast for an interview. And fun fact, because people seem to like to ignore this, Benny Johnson was established to be a fucking Russian asset last year.
Oh, just like Tim Pool?
Yes. He was one of the names along with Tim Pool. Absolutely. And it's like, they act like he's some sort of authoritative source. And like, you just want to ignore that factoid. Like he was paid by Russia to push out misinformation in the United States. It's like,
Well,
and so that's not the government doing it. And when 246 different stations around the country say we're no longer airing this, it's because they heard from their consumers. They heard from their customers. And they said, that's it. We're not doing it. And so Nexstar, who's a great guy over there, Sean Compton, said, that's it. He's the CEO and said, when we have complaints like this and none of the channels, 246, because I'm sorry, it's not just L.A. and New York. There are people in between who have a real sense of decency and who realize that what you had here was you had someone who...
So kind of the implication there is that people in LA and New York don't have a sense of decency?
Doesn't he live in Los Angeles?
Probably. Well, I mean, I guess if we're looking for people with sense of decency.
No, but so like, that's good. That's good that, Middle America has such decency, according to Rob Schneider. So everywhere in between Los Angeles and New York, I would like to personally thank you for having, as he put it, decency.
who wanted to have conversations and debate, and for somebody who was gunned down for that. So while I don't want to ever celebrate somebody losing their TV show, I think the outrage over somebody losing their TV show should be dwarfed by the outrage over somebody losing their life over a decent, God-fearing, wonderful, lovely person trying to have conversations. So that's where my concern goes.
Yeah. So, don't give him too much credit for that clip, because this clip was not going to go either, obviously. And
obviously. Rob, I see your question here. He said, hi, you got a question. If you were president, what would you I'm presuming you mean do? In regards to what? And which one of us are you asking, or are you asking both of us?
I mean, if I were president, I wouldn't go online and complain about comics making fun of me. I would do what I think is best for the country.
I would definitely take care of the infrastructure, because our company.
I mean, if
our country is crumbling,
if
and
you really want to know, I can go into it, because I would be big into pushing the New Deal, which would be we're gonna create jobs by building up our infrastructure. We're gonna fucking socialize medicine. We're gonna at least make some colleges free.
I would I would push for that as well. I would also want to push for equal tax pay per income and generative, because I really don't think that suffocating the lower and middle class into non-existent is really beneficial to anyone except for the
super wealthy.
the higher class elites. And you know what? Tax the fucking rich. And when I say tax, I do mean bleed them dry. Not necessarily dry. I would also instigate rules on Congress, honestly, and the House of just all Congress in general. I would push forth legislation, or at least regulation, that you have to at least present a bill to the floor within your first 6 months, or you will be removed.
I mean, there's a couple other things I'd love to do. So,
term limits on judges.
Every penny you make over $1 billion is taxed at 100%.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's once you make $1 billion, congratulations, you won. You want a certificate? Here you go. You don't make anything past that. You're good for the next 50 generations of your family. You're good.
Yeah. And of course, the spineless cowardice worm Ted Cruz also said that we should, stop attacking pedos and. Well, Ted Cruz is a spineless worm, and I've never seen a man that sad eat a slice of pizza in my life, and yet Ted Cruz is sad eating a pizza. You can Google Ted Cruz sad eating pizza, and you already know the photo I'm talking about, don't you?
No, but I'm pulling up. The photo that I think perfectly sums up Ted Cruz.
Is it the one of Bill Paxton as the slug in Weird Science? Because that's just blah blah blah. I'm Ted Cruz. Blah blah blah.
Tempting.
Oh, wait,
but no.
I know the one you're pulling up. His alter ego.
Ted Cruz after Donald Trump said what did he say? He said something terrible about his wife or something like that. And then after he steps down, he starts doing phone calls for Trump Pence. That's Ted Cruz. Just fuck this wormy piece of shit.
Bitch.
Oh, another simple thing I would do for if I were president. Something that needs to be done, frankly. So like little factoid about Social Security. There's a cap of $100,000 a year. So if you make $100,000 a year, or if somebody makes $1 million a year, they're paying the exact same amount in Social Security. So the amount they pay doesn't go up. So once you're over $100,000 a year, you don't pay any more in Social Security. I would eliminate that cap. And once you eliminate that cap, Social Security becomes solvent forever. Just that simple.
Yeah, no, that's something else I would also back you. If I were a sitting member, I would back you on that 100%.
Yeah.
But the big one I would want, why I would push for that and members of Congress is because there's so many of them that are quite literally just fucking fossils now, and they don't do anything. And that's just it. You're the people in your district, they elected you to do there and represent them. So do your fucking job. Even if I have to line all of them up in a row and just smack them with the back of my hand, I would.
Well, yeah. I don't think there's any way to actually do this, but I would be tempted to pass some sort of law being like, if you take contributions, you have to wear their logo on your suit. So almost make Congress like fucking race car drivers where.
Oh, and I'm sure, but if
this is who owns these people.
yeah, I would say like, all right, cool, we'll back your people. And I would also I would, however, in the sense of what stealing plans from Trump's playbook, I would call them out on that.
Oh, and you know what else I would do?
Oh, fuck yes, I would. Absolutely.
I would release the Epstein files.
I would do it during a State of the Union at the Resolute desk and read it off myself.
I'm having trouble releasing these, so I'm just going to read it to you guys. These people are terrible people, and they need removed immediately. They need fucking arrested and locked away for the rest of their lives.
He's not only just a contortionist, he's also the Zodiac killer.
Yes. Fuck Ted Cruz.
I hope so, Rob. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah.
I hope you're still here. I can't tell if you are from my end.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in chat, but yeah, I definitely have ideas of what I would do as president. But yeah,
I just said Chaos. I just texted you the photo in question I was talking about of Mr. Cruz.
Oh, okay. My phone is charging, so I don't.
Sad eating a pizza. Chad, if you have a chance after the stream, Google that. It'll make you happy. I think it's a perfect album cover. Just call it Corner Cuts.
I don't see it.
So he's sitting in a car, passenger seat. He's holding it up and just looking.
Oh God, it's the first one. Oh God, that looks terrible. We got this. You can watch it live. If you're not, if you're listening to this, make sure to Google this. It's like the first one, but it's funny because he's a terrible
who gets
human
sad
being.
Eating pizza.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
he's got a whole pizza. And he's just like,
Oh,
yeah, guys,
yes.
make sure to
Thank
like
you,
and
Robert.
subscribe
Yes.
and visit all the channels. Absolutely,
Yeah,
Robert. is
absolutely,
correct.
please, yes.
Yes.
Who gets sad eating pizza? I can't.
He's got like a solid-looking pepperoni pizza, and he's just like, oh.
Nobody likes
you get
me.
sad eating pizza when you have no soul, and that's
Nobody
that's
likes
what Ted
me.
Cruz is. Yeah. I would enjoy this if I had a soul.
I'm gonna go to Cancun and forget all my troubles.
Oh God.
Oh, so that's enough bashing Ted Cruz. Let's talk about Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Marvel Zombies.
I absolutely loved that this picked off with the 2 What If episodes being in canon.
Yeah,
oh,
I wasn't sure if they'd be canon or
God,
not.
That was fucking great.
And what
So
like
I want to start with that right out.
I also want to start with like this kind of shows kind of what we've been missing in phase 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
Where like we've introduced a lot of characters I thoroughly enjoy, but we've not really seen them interacting at all. Maybe a bit in Thunderbolts, but that's about it. And now we're seeing all these characters like interact. I'm like, I like these characters. I like how they interact.
I like
want to
seeing
see
more
more
of
this.
Miss Marvel and Kate Bishop. I liked that. Like more of that. And it was the actresses like, oh my God, yes, more of this, please.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind seeing more Blade, although that seems really unlikely at this point. But he was a complete badass here.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, where you saw, like, if you saw the beginning, you saw the trailer where he just chops up this zombie in like a million pieces, and it's like,
and it's just more like, yes, thank you. This is what we've been waiting for. This was just,
that was a cool shot. I think that's even the last episode. And the last episode is the one where I definitely have issues. But that was a cool shot nonetheless.
I mean,
Spider-Man just webbing up zombie heads.
Just pulling all their heads off while still web slitting. That was so cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what we have is, in my opinion, 3 like just solid Marvel zombie stories, or well, it's really one story, but 3 solid episodes of Marvel zombies where just anything goes. By the way, Rocket and Groot,
fucking
man,
murdered.
they get wiped out quick. Holy
so
shit.
quickly. That was more like a
brutal.
Fuck. Like
they beam in. I'm like, oh, it's about to get real. And then
you fucked up now. You bump.
Burned to a cinder. It's like, damn.
Well, shit.
Yeah. It looked badass.
Them introducing zombie Thanos and him still going after the gauntlet, like that's just shit. That's great.
And
just
then,
what we need right now.
Yeah, and then we have Black Panther sacrificing himself to stop Thanos. And
also,
listen,
awesome.
like probably my favorite characters are in here are probably like Shang-Chi
and
probably Miss Marvel. I don't know. I like them both a lot. But yeah, like I said, like I like these characters. I like to see them interacting more in the regular universe. Because fun fact, most of these characters don't do well in this. And I'll go ahead and say my favorite scene in this by a decent margin, and it was just such a silly scene, was them fighting like the Skrull like biker gang while singing Journey. It was so cheesy and so dumb.
It was,
and I kind of enjoyed the crap out of it.
Oh yeah, Chris. Zemo is such a prick.
Oh yeah. Well, fun fact, spoiler alert, Zemo is a prick.
He is a prick.
Yeah. So
I like that they got. I did enjoy that they got the actor too, because I think.
Oh no, actually, I looked it up. It's a guy doing a really good impression. It's not the original Zemo actor.
I mean, I think he just enjoys playing Zemo.
But yeah, they did get a lot of the original. Although that's the other thing that's interesting. So Elizabeth Olsen was saying she recorded this like back in like 2020. Apparently this has been recorded for a while, and because of all the actors strikes and obviously COVID, this has just been pushed back really far.
Yeah.
And honestly, like seeing all these characters interact, this might have been more what the original plan was for this phase before like literally everything started falling apart. So
yeah.
I'm hoping we see a lot of these characters interact in fucking Avengers coming up. But yeah, I love seeing them interact. Like, as much as I was kind of just like lukewarm to Shang-Chi, after seeing this, it reminded me, I did like his character. And now I'm like, I'm going to want to see Shang-Chi too now. Shit. Oh, yeah. Well, I covered that. But yeah, Jester Bell threw a fit over the Journey scene. I was like, that was literally my favorite scene in the whole show. Come on.
Oh, did it broke one of those like rage baitist?
Yeah, because it's a dark and gritty show, and they're doing a comedy bit, and it's like, yeah, they're showing how they've been there for 5 years, and they're just used to this at this point.
That's honestly one of my favorite things when it comes to those zombie things, where it's all that stuff that's going on, the horribleness, you see it happening in real life. And then just normal mundane stuff is going on.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
But yeah.
It's kind of also what made that one episode of The Last of Us in season 1 with Nick Offerman so enjoyable.
Yeah.
All that going on. Yeah. Those two could have a happy life.
Yeah. That was very sweet.
That's why zombie movies, that's why when people say they have a lot of heart in them, that's what it is.
So you get lots of the zombie core. You get some zombie gore. You get some lighthearted bits. I think overall this works for me. Like my only complaints are really with the last episode, where I feel like it really throws a lot at us and really doesn't end in a very satisfactory way at all. I feel like it's definitely set up for a season 2, which feels kind of wild since it's only 4 episodes. There's not much to it. Okay, I have not seen these before. I like how this is like borrowing from past Marvel posters and just zombifying them. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's more traditional.
Oh,
but I love
wait. Go back
the
one.
Avengers one.
Go back. No, the Multiverse of Madness one. Oh yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ribcage. Fuck, that's
yeah, that's a rib cage. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like in the final episode, they introduced that Hulk has gained control of the Infinity Stones, and now he's Infinite Hulk. And she finally, like Scarlet Witch is the main villain, as she was in What If, and she's finally got an army big enough to take him on. And in my mind, I'm thinking, how? Can't he just blink them all out of existence?
Yeah, it's the Hulk with the Infinity Stones. Like,
yeah, I don't see how
this is.
And apparently, she was able to weaken him, and then that's where our main characters need to come in to save the day. And I'm not gonna lie, even watching them come in to save the day, I was like, what can they do that he can't? Like, what do they really contribute? There's no way the zombie horde's going to, like, they're going to be more effective against this zombie horde than Infinite fucking Hulk is. I found that kind of frustrating. And then, spoiler for the very ending, Scarlet Witch kind of wins, and Miss Marvel decides fuck it and agrees to work with her, and then the world is restored. But then she gets visions of the zombie apocalypse still happening, and then it just ends, and I'm like,
they definitely are setting that up for a season 2.
It definitely feels set up for a season 2, but I feel like it's just so much crammed in there. And I want to stress, I was really digging the first 3 episodes. And then the fourth one, there's definitely cool shit in the fourth one. It's not just it's not just bad, but it feels like they're just throwing so much at us. And yeah, they don't really set stuff up particularly well. I don't know. Like, and there's stuff that I think they did really well here. Like, I love the idea that, like, they're spending most the thing desperately trying to get off Earth so they can send a message to the Nova Corps to fix everything. And then have that finally happen and have the reveal be, oh, the Nova Corps is already there. They've quarantined your planet, and if you don't leave orbit immediately, we're going to destroy you. I felt like that was the obvious twist, but, like, I like that they went there with it. Like, oh, you're one big hope. Yeah, they're actually fucking you. But yeah, I have complaints. I would say I really enjoy 3/4 of this. Where are you at, Bobby?
I enjoyed this very much. I agree. This had a lot of what we were missing.
Yeah,
like the characters that we're seeing introduced having interactions, and we have gotten a bit of that, like in Thunderbolts and in the Marvels.
Yes,
but like, not really.
Yeah, not as much as I'd like.
Yeah. Oh shit, that one of Captain America is straight from the comics.
Yeah,
that's straight from the comics.
Zombie Captain America.
Oh,
and they do have a lot of fun with the different characters getting zombified. Like, I like how Thor, like, gives our heroes, like, time to escape, and then we see them in the next episode all zombified, and it's like, yeah, that's what Marvel Zombies is about. Heroes making noble sacrifices, and then next time you see them, they're fucking zombies.
The original Ant-Man Hank Pym getting cut in half when he's minied by Blade. That was so fun.
I wish they could have figured out some way to get Blade out there, because I do think this was produced with the idea that Blade would be either out or already or far in the works,
like coming out soon.
Yeah, and yeah,
I just wish that they could find a good medium on that.
Yeah, it just
give it back to fucking Wesley.
Yeah, I know. Like, if they can't figure out a way to make it work for Mahershala Ali, then maybe just give Wesley his final outing.
Just give it to Wesley. Give him a final outing. Make it be like a moniker or maybe a multiverse again.
I'd be down for that. I mean, fuck it. But yeah. I mean, hell, man, I would say give Wesley a final outing that's actually worth it because let's be real, Blade Trinity fucking sucks.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome, Chris. Valkyrie tearing her way through Janet.
That was awesome.
That was pretty sweet. Because me watching it, going, "That's not going to stop her. That's Valkyrie." Like,
all right. Mercenary here is asking about Absolute Evil. So I guess spoiler alert. I have not read it yet, but I do have a copy, and it's planned to be covered on my next live stream, whenever that is. I don't know when it will be, but my next solo live stream, I will be covering Absolute Evil, and I will have read it. But yeah, there's so much in this where I'm like, man, I feel like I've been missing out on what Marvel could have been offering us, but it was still good at least to see it in zombie form. Overall, I definitely like this more than I dislike this. Quite a bit. Love seeing a lot of these characters. A lot of the original voices are back. This was zombie fun at its best, and I enjoyed this. Anything else you want to add, Bobby?
No. I am.
Blade. I would definitely argue Phantom Force Stick is worse than Blade Trinity. Punisher 89 is really bad. I'm not sure if I'd necessarily say it's worse than Blade Trinity. It's really bad though. The one Punisher movie where he refuses to wear his skull shirt. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else?
No, I don't think
else
so.
You want to go over, Bobby? Let me go ahead and pull.
Oh, I got it up. We played the Rob Schneider clips.
Yeah. By the way, douchebag.
Yes, douchebag.
Or maybe since he wants to go canoeing, maybe he's a douche canoe.
He is a douche canoe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
for sure.
a better way to say that. All right, next week, which we're not sure yet on the day. We will let you know, but
keep an eye open. In fact, Bobby, I have some stuff to discuss with you after the podcast.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I have a proposal I needed to give you anyway. So,
so it looks like we got Pearl. We're actually I guess we're technically in Halloween month right now, but we're gonna really be hitting
the next show we do.
The
next show. We won't say next week, but the next show we will do. We're going to cover Pearl. And Equilibrium.
The Uninvited from 1944, going old school.
That's one you added, right?
Yep. That's one of my picks. I might have to add it so you can watch it. But I'm not sure if it's available anywhere. And then Equilibrium from 2002, which is one of those movies I've always wanted to see but never gotten around to. And
it's one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, so. Now I have an excuse to sit down and watch it. So yay.
So put on your 1984 hat because it gives that vibes and Fahrenheit 451.
That's the type of thing I enjoy, so
Fahrenheit 451.
Okay, cool.
I think, but with a dose of the Matrix.
Yeah,
we are officially in spooky season, so we got a lot of scary movies up on the docket for this month.
The scariest thing of all is Peacemaker season 2.
Well, from what I've been reading, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But there's one that we're going to cover later in the month too that we're covering that I'm very excited for Bob to watch. One is you've never seen before.
I haven't seen either of the ones you're highlighting.
Oh, okay.
I have seen the top one, but not the other.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's one that we're watching later is an early Michael Rooker movie.
Oh, okay.
And it was made one of those ones that is like why he is, Michael Rooker.
Yeah. In case I guess I give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at. It's the agenda, and towards the end of the month, we're going to be talking about Nothing But Trouble, I Drink Your Blood, and Henry, Portrait of the Serial Killer. So we'll be talking about those towards the end of this month. I've seen Nothing But Trouble, but not the other ones. So
I Drink Your Blood is like a exploitation film. made in
most at 70s.
the early the early 70s. Yeah, but it was made in the it started right its process of creation, I could say, right after the Manson murders. So you can guess what the theme is in that one, per se. But yeah.
And then, yes, the pro we'll be talking about next week is the prequel to X, which I've heard it's pretty much better than X. And I thought X was decent, but yeah.
Which we've watched X.
Yeah. But to my understanding, it's better. And to my listening to the director talk about, I am kind of excited. Check it out, because he said his goal was to make it look as much like a Disney movie as possible. And I'm like,
Chris, the one that we mentioned, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, starring Michael Roker.
Yeah, probably. I imagine.
Yeah.
We will get into it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't remember being particularly fond of it, but maybe after we watch it, I'll have a new vision of it, because sometimes that happens.
I mean, it's Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, it definitely has a cast that I appreciate, because Dan Aykroyd is kind of awesome.
Well,
he's quirky,
actually,
but he's awesome. Yeah,
they made big announcements this week. Actually, Spaceballs 2 is officially in production.
Oh, was it officially shooting?
They released a photo of a table read, which they recreated that 2014 table read scene of the Star Wars cast.
Yeah.
So you know how R2-D2 was in a crate in that one?
Yeah.
Well, there's like an igloo cooler in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
And there's one chair that's just a large pizza.
Oh God. I know Daphne Zuga announced that she was coming back.
Bill Pullman is coming back. Colonel Sanders is coming
Rick
back.
Moranis coming out of retirement.
Michael Winslow is back too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember him.
Yeah, I saw a photo of him.
Like they're getting all this. You know what? They need to get Tim Russ in just to find a reason for him to yell, I ain't bound shit again.
I think that they're also bringing back or they're bringing the kid who Bill Pullman's kid.
Yes, Lewis Pullman.
Century.
Yeah.
Yes, and he is actually playing his son in this one, and it's kind of more like, okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, I mean, he did a solid job as Sentry, so like my opinion of him as an actor, he's pretty good. Yeah,
he did a solid job as Bob in Top Gun too.
Yeah. Well, that's the key. You just gotta name him Bob.
His name better be Bob. It's Bob or we riot.
Bob Lone Star.
Bob Star.
Yeah.
No, just Bob Star.
That could be fun.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, we will keep you guys up to date when we know when the next podcast will be, because our schedules are kind of all over the place. But we'll keep you guys up to date.
We'll let you know. Thank you guys.
I don't even know 100% when my next live stream will be, so I will keep you guys up to date.
Yeah, just thank you guys for your patience this week. You know, we know this isn't the normal show day, but and even then we had more technical difficulties to start today's show. So I really want to personally, I want to thank you guys just for waiting and sticking through. I mean, there's names we see every time we do this, and it's always great to see all of you. And thank you,
absolutely,
sincerely.
Yeah, I cannot thank you guys enough for always sticking around and always jumping in and chatting. There's something else I wanted to add. Oh yes, so I said I don't know when I'll be live again, but actually, assuming everything goes as planned, I will be live again actually on Saturday at 4:00 for a Star Trek live stream. And after that, it's kind of up in the air. And it's actually something I'll discuss with Bobby after the show. But kind of keep an eye out. But I don't know when I'll be live again. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us.
Yes, wow. And go Sox.
Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe to all the channels. Bobby Quarters, Organized Chaos Podcast, Organized Chaos. You know the drill. Party on and be excellent to each other.
I'm giving live long and prosper, I promise.